feel today? Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's hunt now! Let's hunt now! Let's hunt! We ready! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap. When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. Oh my bad.
All right, y'all. Listen, we're back here on the lunch break. Here we go again. I've been off for the last couple of days fooling around with Comcast, and nothing has gotten better yet, but we'll see where we go from here. We'll see where we go from here. It's Freestyle Friday, and I am glad to be back after 2 days being off fooling with this nonsense. Freestyle Friday, I got a lot to talk about. And I want you to get in as well. The number, if you want to hit me up, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. You can always email me, AJ at jonesmediaandent.com, AJ at jonesmediaandent.com, and I will definitely get your comments on air. I want to thank Ben Sutter III, the good folks over at BS3, for keeping us on Roku. And man, that's it's a blessing. If you've got a Roku streaming device, go to the apps, download BS3 TV, and just start enjoying. Hit it from top to bottom, because there are wall-to-wall shows that have great content and just do a phenomenal job. So y'all be sure to check them out. Big Mike says Comcast owes you for 2 days of missed revenue. Yeah, bro, we're talking about all of that. They had to dig a trench from something out by the street up to the building, and supposedly they're bringing in fiber, and it's going to be about a 90 to 120 day process. So this was step number one. But the Wi-Fi hadn't gotten any better. And they agreed that with what we're doing and to the level that we're doing it, the Wi-Fi is not going to cut it. And we're at the highest level available for this area. I tell you what, man, a lot of y'all don't like to talk about systemic racism and all that kind of stuff. But if you look at the resources available in a place like South Park or Sunnyside compared to Pearland, River Oaks, Sugarland, Sienna Plantation, it's totally different. And don't give me that, well, AJ, it's an older community. Brand new houses, brand new subdivisions right there. When they laid them, they could have laid the fiber then. So anyway, I'm not going to belabor it. I'm on now. I'll see if I can go full 60 minutes. If not, we'll do a strong 30. So the NFL created a show last night. I refused to watch it. It's NBA playoff time right now. And for the NFL to try to steal viewers with a reveal show of the regular season, not the postseason, not the holiday schedule, but the regular season, man, I tell you what, boy, greed is a dangerous drug. You know, I ain't trying to be Pastor Jones, but the scripture says the love of money is the root of all evil. And boy, they wanted that money last night. And they did. They had y'all watching 3-4 different screens trying to find out who the last place team in the NFC South was going to play in their opening game. I mean, I ain't knocking Carolina fans and Atlanta fans, but you mean to tell me I was supposed to give up Miami and Philly, I was supposed to give up Dallas and Phoenix for the NFL to prolong something that all they had to do was blast out? And oh yeah, by the way, what was leaked was accurate. I had the schedules at 11 o'clock yesterday. I had the schedules at 11 o'clock, and they were 100% accurate. At least for the Texans, the Saints, the Cowboys, they were 100% accurate. So, you know, again, I'm not mad at the NFL for trying to get their money. I'm just like, man, every now and then you got to let it go. Big Mike, what we say on the street? All money ain't what? Good money. But, you know, you got folks that whatever the NFL says and does, they're going to come running for it. They're going to come running for it. I will never forget from that Concussion movie that the dude said, for Christ's sake, the NFL took Sundays from Jesus. Biggest thing happening on Sunday ain't your church service. It's the freaking NFL. It is the NFL. And I'm with you, Ben Sutter III. The schedules, they don't excite me. You still got to play the games. We still have no idea who's going to be on the team. We have no idea who's going to be held. Nothing happened yesterday that required us to stop what we're doing and throw our eyes on what the NFL was trying to do. But millions of people, I should say, did it. I wasn't one of them. And I'm kind of breaking my own rule because I'm like this. If you're not going to do something, don't tell me you're not going to do it. Just don't do it. You know, like the Cleveland Brown fans. Cleveland Brown fans. I'm not going to the games not long as they got that quarterback. Okay, well, then just don't go. Don't tune in. Give up your season tickets. I promise you, they won't sit on the desk long. There are people waiting to get your season tickets when you decide you're not going to support a team because of your cause. That's your cause. And the fact that you needed everybody to know you were no longer supporting the organization makes me feel like you ordered some attention. Like, here's the attention you ordered. Here's the attention you ordered. Ben Sutter III says, just shows the power of the NFL. I can't be mad at him because here's the truth. We gave them that power. We gave them the power to dominate Sundays. We gave them the power to dominate Monday nights. They really are trying to sell us on Thursday nights, but we gave them that power. We gave them that power when millions upon millions upon millions of us tune in religiously. And I use that word on purpose. Donna Coleman-Holman, Todd Malcolm, give up your season tickets for Cleveland because they acquired Deshaun Watson. Todd ain't about that life, man. Todd ain't about that life. Todd be doing all that talking. Todd ain't saying nothing. He ain't saying nothing. Hey, Donna Coleman-Holman, what's up, sis? What's up? I'm on one today. I'm telling y'all now. I've been gone for 2 days. I got pent up frustration with cable companies and internet companies and all of that. Who knows? So, like I said, I can't promise this was going to stay on the rails. But anyway, talking about these schedules, when I look at it for the Houston Texans, and man, Jim Trotter is hilarious. So Jim Trotter was in town for the rookie mini camp. Wasn't mandatory, but you're a rookie, you show up to mini camp. And Trotter wrote in an article, and I think he actually said it on an interview. He said, the grown-ups are back. That's the new buzz phrase of the offseason for the NFL. You know, the Baker Mayfield, they wanted a grown-up or an adult at quarterback. Jim Trotter said that the adults are back in charge for the Houston Texans. And he was specifically talking about no more of that bull with Bill O'Brien. You know, Brian Gaine, he wasn't here long enough, but I throw him in there. And most importantly, no longer that mess with Jack Easterby. If Jack Easterby is still in charge, he's doing it like the Wizard of Oz. He's behind the curtains doing it. Haven't seen him. He wasn't in the draft room, the war room. Wasn't seen around the mini camp. I'll be at training camp, so I'll find out if he's out there. But I think that they may have moved Jack Easterby out of the spotlight with all his nonsense and shenanigans, and you got a seasoned veteran head coach like Lovie Smith, and he and Nick Caserio right now appear to be on the same page, and Jim Trotter took note of that. So the adults are back in charge of the Houston Texans. But looking at this schedule, you know, I'm going to do what me and Ferdinand normally would do. We'll go down this whole schedule and see what we think is going to happen. The Texans are going to open up week number one of the regular season, hosting the Indianapolis Colts. I know a couple of days ago, I was talking about Matt Ryan and how this is not the Matt Ryan that jumped out to a 28-3 lead over the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 51. Matt Ryan hadn't been that dude since the second half of that game. But I feel like Indianapolis has more foundation already laid than the Houston Texans have, with a brand new head coach, a brand new offensive coordinator. I can't say a brand new defensive coordinator because apparently Lovie Smith is going to call the defense, but they got brand new players. Most of the guys that they signed last year to those 1 year, 2 year deals with an option are either gone or fighting to try and stay on the team. Very good draft. I'll give them a C plus on the draft, above average on the draft. But still, we don't know come week one. And that's why if I just got to go based on what the Texans have to solidify and how the Indianapolis Colts just put Matt Ryan on top of the foundation that was already built. With Jonathan Taylor, with that offensive line, with a better than average defense. And I'm looking down the head coaches in the AFC South. I would go with Mike Vrabel, number one. I'd go with Frank Reich, number two. Lovie Smith, number three. And whoever's down there in Jacksonville at number four. So just from that alone, I give the slight edge to Indianapolis in that game. So now I already got the Texans at 0-1. Then they go to Denver, where Russell Aloysius Wilson is the new quarterback. Defense, running game, Russell Wilson. I got Denver on the road. Then they go to Chicago. Now that is a game that I give them more of a chance to win. You know, again, Justin Fields, second-year quarterback, new head coach, new moving parts, all that, got rid of Khalil Mack. That's one the Texans can win. I feel like they get their first win on the road, week number 3 against the Chicago Bears. That's what I feel. That's just me. And then they go down, they come back for the LA Chargers. I'm giving that one to the Chargers. What do I got them at? 2-2, 2-1, 2-1. No, 2-2. That's week number 4. They lose to the Chargers. They beat the Bears. They lose to the Broncos. They lose to the Colts. I got them at 1-3. But then they go to Jacksonville, and they beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville. So 2-3 heading into their bye week. 2-3 heading into their bye week. At the Raiders, probably going to lose. Home versus Tennessee, going to lose. Thursday night against the Eagles, going to lose. At the Giants, they'll win that. Home versus Washington, they'll probably win that. At the Dolphins, I'll give them that one. Home versus the Cleveland Browns on December the 4th. Deshaun Watson coming home. I think Deshaun is going to show out. I think Deshaun is going to be deep down in his bag. I think Deshaun is going to be deep down in his bag. I think Cleveland is going to try to run it up on the Texans. I really do. And, for the rest of Cleveland, it ain't personal, but I think they're going to rally around their quarterback, and you're going to find a whole lot of extra. You're going to find a whole lot of extra. Let me take a break. Get some of the sponsors on, and we'll be right back right after this on the lunch break, powered by Jones Media and Entertainment. All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break. And again, if you have a ROKU streaming device, all you got to do is download BS3 TV, and you'll have the lunch break plus a lot of great shows. I'm just on Freestyle Friday running down the Texans schedule that was released yesterday when big fanfare from the NFL, they had to release the schedule on national TV. Anyway, right now, heading into I'll run through it real quick. Here's what I got. Week 1, home versus the Colts. I got it as an L. Week 2, at Denver, I got an L. Week 3, at Chicago, I got a W. I got a dub for the Texans. I feel like they win their first game on the road in Chicago, but that ain't a given. All right. Week 4, home versus the Chargers. That's an L. Week 5, at Jacksonville. That's a dub. So heading into their bye week, they're 2-3. All right. Week number 7, they're at the Raiders. I got that as an L. Week number 8, they're home versus Tennessee. Mike Patton touring the AFC South. I got that as an L. Week 9, home versus Jalen Hurts and Philly. I got that as an L. And then they go on a little bit of a winning streak. I got them winning 3 in a row. I got them beating the Giants on the road. I got them beating Washington at home. And then I've got them beating Miami down in Miami. And then they come home for Deshaun Watson and Cleveland on December 4th, week 13. And it's going to be bad luck for the Texans. I got them losing that one big. Week 14 at Dallas. I got them losing that. Week 15, home versus Kansas City. I got them losing that. Week 16 at Tennessee. I got the heck getting beat out of them there. So they win 3 in a row, and then they lose 4 in a row. Then week 17, they're at Jacksonville. I got them winning that one. And then week 18, they're at the Colts. If the Colts don't need that game, they're already locked into the playoffs. Texans might be able to win it. If so, I got the Colts winning that. So I got them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly 7 wins. That's a good season. That's a good season. If the Texans go 7-10, baby, they need to be dancing in the streets. They need to be dancing in the streets after going 4-12, 4-13, and they jump out 7-10. Yeah, I listen. That's good. That's a good season. That's what I got. That's what I got. Who you got? Who you got? 832-403-5005, 832-403-5005 for the lunch break. Let's do Dallas real quick. Can we do Dallas real quick? I want to do these Cowboys real quick. All right, Cowboys open up against Tom Brady and Tampa Bay. Cowboys open up at home versus Tom Brady and Tampa Bay. I got the Cowboys winning that. That's a dub. Don't at me. I got them winning that. I ain't lying. I'm for real. I am for real. All right, week number 2, the Cowboys host Cincinnati. The Cowboys host Cincinnati. I'm going to go, man, I shouldn't, but I'm going to give the Cowboys the edge at home. I'm going to give the Cowboys the edge at home. So they're 2-0 to start. Then they go to New York, New Jersey to take on the Giants. I got them winning that one. Week number 4, they come home for Washington. I got them winning that one. And then week number 5, they go to LA to take on the Rams. That's an L. That's an L. Week number 6, they go to Philly to take on the Eagles. I'm going to give them an L. So after 6 weeks, they are 4-2. Week 7, they come home for Detroit, dub. Week 8, they are home versus Chicago, dub. Week 9 is a bye. Week 10, they go to the Packers, L. Week 11, they go to Minnesota, dub. Week 12, they're home versus the Giants. The Giants usually play the Cowboys tough at home, but I'm going to give the Cowboys a dub. Week 13, home versus the Colts. Home versus the Colts. That running game might be too much for Dallas. I'm going to give them an L right there. I'm going to give them an L right there. And then they host the Texans. That's a dub. Week 15, they are at Jacksonville. That's a dub. Week 16, home versus the Eagles. I'm going to give the Eagles another win. I'm going to give the Eagles the sweep of the Cowboys this season. Week 17 at Tennessee, that's an L. Week 18 at Washington. If they need it, I believe they'll win it. If they don't need it, Washington might get that one. I get the Cowboys with a decent season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wins. I got them at 11-6. 7-10 for the Texans, 11-6 for the Cowboys. Mike Patton touring the AFC South. Cowboys 9-8. So I got them 2 more wins and 2 fewer losses than you. And again, I know I made some variables in there. I know that Colts game I was kind of iffy on, and that last game of the season, you just never know. You just never know who needs what. Mike Patton said if the Texans go 7-10, then they need to say Jesus performed a miracle down there. Baby, I'm slinging holy oil all over the stadium if the Texans go 7-10. Yeah, bro. It's going to be like revival. No, he's all right. All right, let me go and do my New Orleans Saints real quick. I got the Cowboys at 11-6. I got the Texans at 7-10. All right, New Orleans, here we go. Week number 1 at the Falcons. That's an arch rival game. Marcus Mariota versus Jameis Winston. But again, it's a city versus city thing. Atlanta versus New Orleans. I'm sorry. Call me a homer if you want. I'm going dub for the Saints. Say what you want to say about me. I don't want to hear it. All right, then they're home versus Tampa Bay. Now, listen, the Saints played Tampa Bay well in the regular season. Postseason different. Regular season Saints have this thing about Tampa Bay. Not this year. L. Not this year. L. All right, week number 3 at Carolina, dub. Week number 4, home versus the Vikings, dub. Week number 5, home versus Seattle with Drew Lock. Dub. Dub. Week number 6, home versus Cincinnati, L. Cincinnati not going to drop off a lot, but they're going to beat the Saints. Week number 7, at Arizona. I don't know what to say about Arizona right now. I'm glad I'm not in Tempe or Phoenix covering the Cardinals because, baby, I don't know if they even like each other. At Arizona, I'm going to go ahead and give that to Arizona just because the Saints don't play well on the road. All right, home versus the Raiders. I'm going to give them a dub. Am I being objective? Probably not. Week number 9, home versus Baltimore, L. Week number 10, at Pittsburgh. I'm going to give them a dub because Jameis Winston should be Pittsburgh's starting quarterback. But, you know, it could have all been so simple, but they rather make it hard. I'm going to give them the dub on the road in Pittsburgh. Then they've got the Rams, week number 11. That's an L. Week number 12, they're at San Francisco 49ers. That's an L. Week number 13, they're at the Buccaneers. That's an L. Week number 14 is the bye. 15, the Falcons at home. That's a dub. 16, at Cleveland. I'm going to give them an L. Week 17, at Philly. I'm going to give them another L. And week number 18, Panthers at home. That's a dub. All right, New Orleans Saints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 9. 8 and 9 for New Orleans. It's what I got. Big Mike Patton touring the AFC South said Saints might have the rookie of the year in Chris Olave. You're probably right. Jameis loves to throw the long ball. Chris Olave loves to break the back of other teams by catching that long ball. And he's a possession receiver as well. I expect him to have a breakout. Mike Patton says Saints 9-8 or 10-7. We're 1-2 off. I don't argue that. I won't be mad if you're right and I'm wrong. I'm just going by what I looked at right there. And again, I got them at 8 and 9. All right, take a quick break. Get my sponsors on here real quick. And then we'll be right back for the second half of the show right here on the lunch break, powered by Jones Media and Entertainment. All right, y'all. Back here on the lunch break. Powered by JM&E, but on ROKU TV, courtesy of BS3. BS3. All you got to do is go to your Roku streaming device, download BS3 TV, and you got us right there with some great content, great shows. Big Mike said, wow, I want to keep calling you Big Mike. Mike Patton, touring the AFC South, said going to be a busy week next week as well as the finish of this week. Yeah, I agree. I think we're going to see some movement in some of these last couple of players that are kind of up in the air. I know that there's published reports that says San Francisco wants to move Jimmy Garoppolo before the start of training camp. And then there's some person over on the East Coast that wrote an article that the 49ers are underwhelmed with Trey Lance. And what I loved is one of the local writers in the Bay Area said, how the blank did this guy get insider information that we who cover the team and have a good relationship with front office, with agents, with managers, with players, how we didn't get any of that. Like, they go to practice, not the game. We talk about practice. They go to the practices and they don't see nothing that this guy saw over on the East Coast writing an article about the San Francisco 49ers. So, again, published reports say that San Francisco wants to make a move with Jimmy G before start of training camp. I don't know what's going to happen with the Bake Man up in Cleveland. Man, I tell you what, he needs to get on somebody's roster that wants him by training camp. If he does not, then at best, he's going to be an emergency starter. He's going to be a guy that teams will bring in if their number one guy and number two guys go down. And I mean, again, that's just not wise. It's just not wise. It's just not a good scenario. Mike Patton says, I got to connect out there, and Trey Lance isn't underwhelming. See, that's what I'm saying. You know, people in that building. I know people close to the building, used to be in that building. They're not there anymore. And they still got very strong connections in the building. And they were like, they said the same thing. That's why I said that. They said they are glad that the local writer said something so nobody else would have to. You hear every day. We talk to you every day. You know we're not underwhelmed with Trey Lance. Some dude that flew through on vacation going somewhere else writes an article when he got back to the East Coast, and all of a sudden he knows everything going on in the organization that he ain't no part of. Got no part of whatsoever. So, again, I'm curious to see what happens with Jimmy Garoppolo. I've said this last year. I think you were on the show, Mike Patton. No. It was my guy, Emmanuel E. Breeze. I asked Emmanuel, is there any chance that the 49ers keep Jimmy Garoppolo? I wouldn't be mad if Jimmy does not go. I wouldn't be mad if Jimmy runs it back one more year in San Francisco. I got San Francisco as one of the teams to beat in the NFC. And watch that. That's with Jimmy or without Jimmy. I got them as one of the teams to beat. So, we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But again, Baker Mayfield needs to get on somebody's roster now. Now. He doesn't need to be hanging in the wind in Cleveland. And again, I'm not managing his money. I promise you I'm not. But he needs to chill out on all the At Home with Baker commercials. He needs to chill out on his wife doing all the posting and the tweeting and all that. And they just need to focus on rebuilding his career. I was going to say his image, but hell, his whole career is teetering in the balance right now. And I'm not burying him. Baker buried him. So, yeah, he really needs to figure something out. I don't know if the Seattle Seahawks make a last-second play to get him in, to at least get him in the room with, Drew Lock and Geno Smith and whoever else they got out there. All right. Mike Patton, touring the AFC South, who I just think is absolutely brilliant, says Baker going to make his bread, but he about to lose his career if he don't end up somewhere else. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't care about the At Home with Baker right now. I don't care about it right now. I'm definitely not going to care about it if he's not on an NFL roster making any kind of impact. I'm just definitely not going to do it. Seattle doesn't want to take on the money Baker is owed. Pete Carroll is in a unique, precarious situation. Pete Carroll has got to prove that he can win without Russell Wilson. He does. He might not admit it. Other people might not agree. But just like everybody tried to make it about Bill Belichick or Tom Brady, it's the same thing with Pete Carroll without Russell Wilson. So if Drew Lock can't get it done, if Geno Smith can't get it done, next man up's got to be Baker. Unless they do something like this. You ready? You heard this here first. Drew Lock, Geno Smith, Cam Newton. Drew Lock, Geno Smith, Cam Newton. Cam Newton doesn't have to be the man, doesn't have to go out there and be the man, but he is definitely insurance if Lock doesn't get it done, if Geno doesn't get it done, or somebody gets hurt and he doesn't bring all the baggage that goes with Baker Mayfield. And his salary it fits your narrative, Mike. The salary issues and requirements are not there. So again, that's a dark horse. That's a possibility. And yeah, I said I know. Look, I'm not just trying to get clicks or anything like that. I just know that you hear Pete Carroll saying Drew Lock would have been the number one pick in this upcoming draft. No, he wouldn't have. No, he wouldn't have. No, nobody would have taken Drew Lock over any of the other quarterbacks first. No, that's not true. Not this Drew Lock. Now, maybe the Drew Lock that everybody thought he was going to be, but no. So, Geno Smith did look good in spots, and senior. He's a veteran now. He's seen a whole lot of football from different angles. So I wasn't surprised that he played well. But again, Seattle is one of those areas that, if Pete Carroll doesn't feel like he has to win without Russell Wilson, the ownership likes winning. The ownership likes winning. Mike Patton said Cam ain't going out there, in my opinion. I kind of feel like you're right. I kind of feel like Cam is going to do one of two things. Cam is going to be where he wants to be, or Cam is gonna go do what he wants to do. Something else. We'll see. Mike Patton, Seattle trying to build the team again, like they were before. They became Russ's team and started passing the ball all the more. That formula worked. And what's crazy is Richard Sherman was right. Richard Sherman caught a lot of flack for speaking out about the change in the philosophy with it all being on Russ. Turned out to be right. Donna Coleman Holman, why is Phil Jackson trying to get rid of LeBron James and keep Russell Westbrook? Phil, Phil a little thrown off, baby. Phil is a little thrown off. Yeah, that whole scenario out there in LA is going to be Jeannie Buss. I thought she was going to come out flame throwing. I thought she was going to come out calling names, kicking butts and taking names. Well, let's just say this. She called names, but she didn't call them the way I thought she would. Like, she gave praise to Rob Pelinka, and she believes he can rebuild the team. She gave praise to Kurt Rambis. She gave praise to Magic Johnson. She gave praise to Phil Jackson. She gave praise to LeBron. She gave praise to Russ. And definitely AD. Well, doggone it, then whose fault was it? Like, you got every right to throw somebody under the bus, and she chose not to. Couldn't have been me. It sure wasn't Joel Embiid. Did y'all hear him last night? Joel Embiid says, y'all are expecting James Harden to be Houston Harden. That's not who he is anymore. I mean, literally, all you got to do is take out the name James Harden and put Ben Simmons in there. Or take out the name Ben Simmons and put Jimmy Butler in there. Man, Joel Embiid, at the end of the year, they might not need to let him do a press conference after the last game of the season because, man, he be burying teammates. And never once does he say, I know I was 7 for 19. I know I was playing with a bad thumb and rotator, eye socket broken and all that, but I had a bad night too. He doesn't talk like that. He calls names. So I don't know how that's going to work out in Philly. I feel like James Harden needs to reevaluate his approach. I feel like Harden needs to get on one of those killer workouts in the offseason and come in as tuned up as he can possibly be and show all these people he can still play. I know he doesn't owe them anything. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's necessary. But if anybody would have fuel to say, all right, I can show you better than I can tell you. And James Harden's got a lot of that in him. Folks don't know James Harden really can be and used to be at different times a dog. Harden used to go at cats. If Harden gets any part of that back in his spirit, back in his soul, I don't know. Mike Patton said Rob Pelinka and Rob Lowe are doppelgangers. Donna Coleman Holman said James needs to stop clubbing. Y'all leave that man alone. Let him get his little swerve on. Y'all let Stella get her groove back. Let Harden get his groove back. Dude is young. He got more money than he know how to spend. Harden still got that Adidas money. Y'all keep worrying about his money in Brooklyn and his money in Philly. Harden still has that Adidas money. Harden doesn't need to cash one single check from Brooklyn. Don't need to cash one single check from Philly. Harden has that Adidas money. Harden going to be all right. Let him go shake his thing. Mike Patton said, I don't think Joel said what he said about Harden in a bad way. I agree with that. That's why I love you, man. You're brilliant. Your insight is great. He's a very honest player as far as Harden. He did say about having the opportunity to work out and get in great shape for next year. I agree with that. No cap right there. Harden loves the strip clubs and Lil Baby. He does. And what, man, let me tell you something. Other people be doing other stuff. They just do it low key. I ain't mad at Harden. Go on, do what you got to do, bro. Do what you like. You can do whatever you like. All right. Mike Riggins, James about to be in the studio with Kendrick Lamar and Lil Baby. He got time. James got time and opportunity. I need him to get in the gym, though. I need him to get up on the side of a mountain and run up that bad boy, dragging a tire and some cement and some cement blocks. That's what I need. I like the underdogs. Like when James is on top, But when he becomes an underdog like this, I'm rooting for him. When Golden State was the doormat again in the West, and everybody was like, oh, man, they ain't going to never be back. I was rooting for Golden State. I'm like, man, Steph going to show y'all something. Clay going to come back, and y'all going to be mad again. Draymond ain't done. Kevon Looney ain't done. And now that they back, I can't stand them. When Luka was just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody, when Luka was that dude, I love Luka. But this Luka now that's like, Luka is snotty. Luka is testy. Luka is a flagrant foul almost on every one of his fouls. When he dips that shoulder in the CP3, I'll be like, man, you and I would have to meet outside. Luka and I would have to meet out. You'd have to show me if you know how to fight, bro. I liked him when he was low key and he was just putting up triple doubles and about to be the face of the NBA. But now, hey, y'all better get in Luka's chest. Y'all better get in Luka's chest. Donna says, why are they saying Ja Morant is the new Steph Curry? I don't know. Mike Patton said Luka be shimmying like Giannis sometimes too. All I'll say is this. Chill out, Luka. You ain't won nothing yet. And that little snottiness, you're going to find out, bro. Ain't nobody scared of you. Somebody gonna find out if Luka can fight. I'm just telling you, I feel it coming because Luka is getting too big for his own good. Luka talking all that stuff coming through the tunnel. Oh yeah, everybody tough when they up. Everybody tough when they up. They just beat the hell out of y'all. They beat you like you stole something. And you got the nerve. Everybody tough when they up. Okay, you got a little measure of revenge. You haven't won anything, bruh. It ain't up. Talk that mess after game 7 if y'all win. If y'all win. Somebody gonna get in Luka's chest in a minute. I think it's gonna be Crowder too. I think Crowder is gonna finish Luka up in this next game. I really do. Whoever said Ja is the new Steph Curry obviously isn't watching basketball. That's true. That's why I said I got nothing on that. That don't even make no sense. All right, let me take my final break. We'll come right back right after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E. Yeah, man, that's what's got us rocking right now on ROKU, BS3 network. Go to your ROKU streaming device, download BS3 TV. You'll see what I'm talking about. Great shows, great content, great shows, great content. And for the Cinematic Affair, that's going to be a three-day event. It's going to be a Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. Going to be debuting some great short films, and I'm in one of them. I'm in one called Soulmates, and that will be debuted on July the 16th. You can go to thecinematicafair.com and get your tickets for all 3 nights or just one of the nights, but the premiere will be on Saturday. And don't miss it. Let me tell you, it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be a red carpet event. You'll get a chance to talk to us, actors and what have you. And then there'll be a brunch on Sunday where you can hang out. We have some good food and good time. So again, 3-night event, 3-day event for the Cinematic Affair. 3 great, very well done films. And I think you're going to really love it. I think you're going to really love it. So tune in, all right? All right, what's going on, Captain Trey Pike? Donna Coleman-Holman said, Jimmy Butler from Houston, Luka don't want that work. No, he don't. Like, I mean, straight up, for real. Jimmy Butler coming through the tunnel last night said, wait a minute. Y'all traded me for Tobias Harris? Tobias Harris? That was personal. That beatdown was personal. That beatdown was personal. Imagine if you had Joel Embiid, whatever version of James Harden they got, and Jimmy Butler instead of Tobias Harris. Be a whole different outcome there in Philly. But again, that's what I love about the games. That's what I love about the games, because it's all in there. It's all in the decision making. It's all in the who you keep and who you let go. I was talking about it a couple of weeks ago. Should the Rockets have kept Chris Paul and got rid of James Harden instead of keeping James Harden and getting rid of Chris Paul? I'm trying to tell you, it's all in there, man. I love the dynamics of all of that. People, oh, but if my guy hadn't gotten hurt, let me tell you something. That's all part of the game. It's all part of the game. What can you do with your guy getting hurt? Man, Memphis beat the snot out of Golden State without Ja Morant. Beat him almost by 50 without Ja Morant. I love that kind of stuff. That's the part that's pure to me about sports. You got to make it do what it do with whatever you got. And the good ones don't make any excuses. The good ones don't make any excuses. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Big Mike said, Jimmy, that dog. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Butler is for real, man. I like everything about Jimmy Butler. He said they moved out Harris over Jimmy. They bad. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And Jimmy reminded him last night. Man, I'm telling you, it's like Duke Johnson. Duke Johnson waited forever to respond to Baker Mayfield when Baker Mayfield got in his pockets, was trying to manage his money, and said, either you on this train, either you're going to get on this train or not. As soon as Baker Mayfield stuff went bad, Duke Johnson just showed a wrecked train cartoon on fire. That's, boy, that level of pettiness, I'm here for it. I'm here for all of that level of pettiness. Yes, I am. Big Mike says, as a coach, it's time during the week where we'd make sure the backups got plenty of reps. You got to plan for players to be out. A player getting hurt ain't an excuse. Facts right there. That's gospel right there. That's why I rock with Big Mike. The Mikes, man, they know they stuff. Mike Patton touring the AFC South, brilliant. Big Mike Riggins, brilliant. I love him. I love him. Thank y'all for tuning into the show and dialing in and making my content right. So anyway, NBA playoffs last night. Philly should be at home. You know, the way that they just gave up the ghost last night, they should be at home. You don't get to move on when you play that bad, and they played that bad. They definitely played that bad. So Philly goes home after losing 99-90 at home in a must-win game. And that was the effort that they put out there. Yeah, no, you got to go home there. That's that Dirk Nowitzki. Take that with you, or Ray Lewis. Get off the field. But yeah, so that's done. Harden, 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 9 assists. I'm not gonna jump on him like the Stephen A. Smiths of the world and everybody else. But it was bad. It was bad basketball. Harden's gotta you gotta try to do more when you're the number 2. You gotta try to do more, and he didn't. So there they go. And then last night the Mavs avoiding elimination by beating up the Suns pretty bad, 113-86 to force a game 7. And like I said, man, Luka sure better be able to back that stuff up, because I'm telling you now, if Luka and them get dog walked in game 7 in Phoenix, I'm coming for him. Creep, creep, plot, 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 creep, creep. I'm coming for him. I'm sorry. You can't talk noise and be all hard fouling, and anytime the refs say something to you, you got this stupid smile on your face, and then your team don't win. Yeah, now creep, creep, plot, plot. I'm coming for Luka's number 1 spot if they don't win. Tonight, Milwaukee can wrap their series up with Boston at 6:30 Central. Milwaukee up 3-2. I heard Stephen A. Smith and I heard Big Perk and all of them talking about Boston being the best team in the East. Okay. All right. I think Milwaukee is a better matchup, even without Chris Middleton, against Miami than Boston against Miami. I do. Call me crazy. And do y'all remember that playoff series between Miami and Milwaukee in the bubble? Oh, my God. If we can get anything close to that, I want to see Milwaukee and Miami in that next round. I want to see that. So we'll see. I got Milwaukee wrapping it up tonight. And then Memphis is going to need another miracle to avoid elimination against Golden State. And they're in San Francisco. I expect, the Splash Brothers to be jiggling and wiggling. I expect Poole to be jiggling and wiggling. I expect Draymond Green, who should have been suspended for 1 game, I expect him to be in his bag. So I got Golden State winning this one tonight. So we'll see. All right. I think that's all I got. Oh, I got to give some love to the Astros, winners of 10 in a row. Astros have won 10 in a row after beating Minnesota 11-3, finishing up a rain-shortened game from Wednesday, and then they blanked Minnesota 5-0 thanks to two Yordan Alvarez's homers. They got Washington tonight in Washington. I got them going 11-0 because Framber Valdez is on the mound. So there you go. That's my wrap for Freestyle Friday. Man, I am praying for Brittany Griner. Apparently, they have extended her detention. Bring Brittany home, man. Bring Brittany home. Who's ever in charge of those negotiations, bring Brittany home. Yeah. And then what they did to the Delaware State volleyball team. Is it volleyball or lacrosse? Lacrosse. Trash. Absolute trash. Absolute trash. Intimidation, racism, profiling, and forget you. Miss me on the Blue just doing their job. Nah. Do it to Duke lacrosse. Do it to Duke lacrosse. Do that to them. And then get back to me about how even things are. Anyway, let me wrap it up. Coach Johnny Cole being here on Monday with another edition of the HBCU Stroll. So I should be back Tuesday. And then I'll be gone Wednesday and Thursday. My mother's oldest sister passed away yesterday. Out of 10 kids, the only two to pass away, my mom and my nanny Red. So I'll be in Atlanta Wednesday and Thursday preparing for the homegoing service for my nanny Red. And yesterday was a tough day because I miss my mom and I definitely miss her sister because they were close in age and close in friendship. So if you are a person that prays and says good things and good thoughts, good energy, send them out for the Thomas family and for the for my cousin and my family. All right. So listen, y'all, as always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you. There's nothing you can do about it, but meet us here on Monday for the HBCU Stroll. All right. I'm gone. Let me get our commercials on and then we'll wrap it up and then we'll have Sybil Wilkes, what you need to know. All right, y'all. Take care.
With what you need to know. Today is Friday the 13th, and we made it. May 13th, 2022. Number 1. Haley Taylor Schlitz has always moved at a faster pace. As a high school graduate at age 13, Haley went on to receive her college diploma at 16. The Dallas area woman now makes history Friday as she reaches her latest goal, graduation from law school. When the 19-year-old Schlitz walks across the stage at Southern Methodist University's Dedman School of Law, she will be the school's youngest graduate and the youngest African American in the United States to graduate from law school. Find out more about the not yet 20-year-old history maker as she aims for the stars and beyond. Number 2. President Biden named Deputy White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre as the next press secretary and the first woman to hold that high-profile post. And when she begins her new job, she'll also be the first openly LGBTQ plus person in the role. Jean-Pierre came to the Biden team from the progressive organization MoveOn.org, where she was a top communications staffer. Number 3. President Biden said Americans must not grow numb to the sorrow of the coronavirus pandemic as he marked 1 million COVID-19 deaths in the United States. He urged the country to remain vigilant as he prepared to issue a proclamation ordering flags to be flown at half-staff in honor of those who lost their lives due to COVID. The coronavirus has killed at least 6.2 million people globally since it emerged in late 2019. Number 4. Monday, a Winter Park High School in Orange County, Florida, over 500 students participated in a massive walkout. According to the organizer and high school student Will Larkins, the walkout was in protest of the Don't Say Gay bill. This bill, HB 1557, would effectively ban teachers from discussing sexual orientation and gender identity in classrooms for younger students. Number 5. When platinum songwriter Zachary Big Zach Wallace and his wife Robin both lost family members to cancer, the couple began their own personal journeys to wellness and entrepreneurship. As owners of Local Green Restaurant, the couple has shared their healthy food options with the Southwest Atlanta community since 2018. Their menu offers healthy fast food with a flair. Dishes with names honoring musicians like the Oh Boy Beyond Burger, the Bubba Sparks Pulled Barbecue Sandwich, and the Rapper's Delight Salmon Philly. Local Green connects with customers in the area. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Life is a series of choices. Be patient. In honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, we are partnering with the Public Welfare Foundation, and they're giving away $500, so please go to my Instagram at Sybil Wilkes for more information and to sign up. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.